So it's February 1st, so we have the monthly close and the weekly close on the same day. We got an indecision candle on the weekly, this green one here. So we started red because of this rejection from the top, but as we can see from here, we are inside the triangle. From all these weeks here, from these weeks, we are really in the middle, but starting bearish and getting down. And let's see where we go from this weekly support on 32K. We are 32,300. If we close below 32 or start heading down 32, I think we will come to this 12 on the 28, but we have the 21 moving average here on the 23,700 and the 20 here on the 21. Okay, so this is just with the moving averages. This is the first support from all this structure, which is this week here, basically on the 28, 298. This is the support, closes below here, we will come down big time. The NVT that a few people speak, okay, starting to get white, every time gets white, we come down, although there was a time I saw it somewhere that we went up in this one. So let's see. So for me, this is bearish. We are starting red with the rejection from this candle close. So this is the resistance here on this candle close here, of course, up and above. And the support, it's on this previous one. And of course, this week here, which is aligned with the 12 moving average. Okay, so speeding up, I'll put the monthly. So remember, there was big hype, everyone on Twitter and on TV saying that they are buying Bitcoin in this area. Everything looks super bullish on all the media, market sentiment, and now we are coming down. Okay, so this is the monthly. Also white here on the NVT. This is when we start to come down. Indicator pointing down already on the NVT monthly. Support on the monthly, the 12, basically it's the whole time high on the 20 here around 20. And the 21, it's this cluster here of these candles close with the wick. This is the stronger support on the 14K. And of course, we have the 12K around here. And all these moving averages, 8.6, 6, and 4.5, which are also going up. Of course, we are in a bull run. These areas here will be bought for sure with a big bounce, and then we reassess. Okay, so this is the monthly. I'll put all the lines I have. So now, from this top, we created this red one with this week. We have a new top that wasn't tested as resistance. But previously, I had all this trend line that came from here, that started here, and basically gave this top, and then we had this one easy one that aligned with this wick, gave this top, and we are coming down on the monthly support, first support here on the 19,300 on the moving average and the all-time high, and of course the 21, the 20 and the 21 here from the 15K to the 20, which is, wait, 15K now, 14, yeah, 15K, the 20 is on the 13, 14K, more or less. So we can be ranging, we can come here, go up. I have all these trend lines that gave the 3K, that started from here, and I have these two plus this one. They are making these trend lines that could be by areas sometime in the future. Just try to do them on the bit stamp from the bottoms, from these tops. Try to just join 2 points. The ones that you have 2 points and the price didn't go there, those are buying areas sometime in the future. So remember this. This is, until now, all these trend lines haven't failed. Also, these tops on the bottom, they were created from the from the history of Bitcoin. So it's just about following the lines, especially here on Bitstamp. It works quite well. Okay, so I'm taking out all these lines. And yeah, so we are still, remember, we are coming down. The first support on the monthly, it's here on the 30K, around 30, 29.6. Weekly, we are coming down, but remember it's an indecision candle, so we are still inside a triangle. This candle close, the previous one, will decide where we start to close. If we close below 32, 32,200, more or less 32, it starts to get tricky to come down. If we hold 32 and start to go up and start to close above this candle, the close, we might still range and maybe go high again. So let's see. For me, it's still looking bearish, and we are coming down, but let's see what the price does. And now, putting the daily. So daily, we close below the 21, and we are rejecting the 21. And let's see, we might have this candle can turn really ugly, or if it starts to hold and we start to close above the 21, we can push higher a little bit or still range one more week here. For now, looks bearish and wanting to come down. So 4 hours. On the 4 hours, seems like we still have to touch, we have to come here to this area, to the 21 and the 12. The 21 and the, I think it's the 12, yeah, to reject. We still didn't touch them, so as soon as this candle closes, we still can have wicks up or price coming up to liquidate last minute shorts that think that they are coming down, suddenly they are liquidated. So it's like a leverage game now that people think they are coming, this candle will come down, but it's not. So it's people who are shorting 100x are being liquidated. So it's all a matter of patience, and still 3 hours for this candle to close. If we close below here, we might still, we start to come down, but if we close still in this area, the next one can still come here, at least with a week to this area. So it's all a patience game. And yeah, so we are ranging on the moving average on 4 hours. These ones are resistance. We are below resistance, still above support of the 200 exponential. But since we already hold it here, the third time, fourth time, we might break. It doesn't hold for so long. So let's see what we are doing. We might do something like this. We came down, then hold it, might come down a bit, and then suddenly we push higher to the 21 and break down. So we can come here, maybe here, push higher, and then come to the 21 and come down. Indicators are pointing down, 4 hours. I'll put my lines from what I saw this. So first of all, here we rejected this trend line mathematically, and we came down. And now we have this range that these two candles here, plus the tops with that week and the previous big week here, we created this trend line and we just rejected. So price will start to get bullish if we start to close above here, and we might have a move up from here higher, or maybe until here and then back down, who knows, but at least starts to get bullish if we start to close on this area, basically above 34, 33.7 to 34, or 35, it starts to get more bullish. For now, we are ranging here, trying to come down. See, the wicks price is going up because people are shorting and getting liquidated. But if we close below all this area here, from this close and this close, the next candle will come down. So we are still ranging here, but I don't know if we manage to pass here, but of course we can have but this moving average 4 hours will start to slowly come down, and we can still come down, and when we go up, the moving average might be already here. So it all depends now on this candle and the next 8 hours basically. Just to see if we manage to close above here or here to start to push higher, but if we don't manage to pass this, or even this week, no, this week was already rejected, so resistance now, it's on this candle, it's basically this candle here. From the wicks, but this candle close will decide if we start to close above here, we might push higher. If we don't manage to close below, above this cluster or this one here, we come down. For now, we are still having a bounce from the 200 and liquidate people. So shorting needs to be from the tops, not from here. You need to wait for the candles to close. That's why people thought it was starting to come down and now it's going up. So resistance, now it's basically this candle here, which is aligned with this candle close. Okay, so this is it. The targets were given. For a bullish, people who want to buy, it's not here. I don't recommend. I recommend to buy basically on the daily above the 21. So on the daily, if someone wants to buy, these candles needs to be green and start to close with at least 2 candles above the 21, and then maybe above this trend line, multi-year trend line, which we rejected, plus this channel, the bull flag that we got rejected. So then we might come to the base of the bull flag, and who knows, push higher from there. So areas to short is here, areas to buy is above this area here, to try to at least to come there to the 42K or higher. Okay, so this is where we are. We are still above this market structure. Basically, this is the support here. Closes below this big support, which I wrote the market structure, we will come down. Or at least range one more time, and then closes below here, afterwards or here. It's a sign that we will come down, but for me personally, I think we are just starting the big move down. The S&P, as I showed since last Friday, so we are also pointing down. The market is still closed, so but we are still below the 50. Let's see if it holds to push higher, otherwise we will come or to this trend line or to these areas. This one was already tested as support here on this candle, so that's why we went up. I'll push it here. As we can see, this is all mathematically, this candle was the buy after breaking out. You can use this system everywhere. And now let's see where we go. This seems like, if we have a big move down, this seems like a buy area, but there's other areas of support. Let's see what S&P does. This is the daily, we can put the weekly. So we are still above this trend line, and we are still above the 12. So basically when it opens, we might open with a green candle, because we are still above support and above this top, this trend line here. This might be just a retest to push higher. This could affect also Bitcoin, but if we start to close below, we have the 21 here, and of course we can come even down here. But for now, this is holding. We might have a week on the 21 and close above, and this is the S&P. For sure there will be a big crash, but I don't know if this is the start, or we might still have another range push higher. Who knows? It needs to be one day at a time, or 1 week at a time. Okay, so this is a bearish engulfing. Resistance will be here, basically here. And let's see what we do. Indicators are pointing down on S&P, on the weekly. Nasdaq also coming for this one we already rejected the top. See, all mathematically. This is super simple. S&P, especially compared with Bitcoin, and S&P and Nasdaq stock market. So this is the 12, the 21, and we have this trend line here that we can have a bounce from here and try to push higher, closes below this triangle here, we come down. So it's all about checking where we are, what the price does. This is the weekly, monthly. So this is like a multi-year trend line from this top, always gave the tops, and now it's rejecting, and we still didn't manage to go higher. But we might go, we might come here and push higher, or we hold on the weekly and push higher. So many times that we try and we never manage to push higher, it's strange. So we might have a week up at least, but who knows. So I'm not that bearish here, it's still green, but let's see, we might just come for the supports and back up, who knows. If this is the big crash, there's always a possibility here, but we hold it here last time. So we are in the times of extremes where we never know, but for now, it's still holding the 21, the 12, one day at a time. It's still bullish, market's still holding, but trying to come down at least for the supports, and the supports are here. And all the moving averages are here to see. Okay, so let's see what we do. Gold, still below the 21. We have this bull flag that we got the buy here. But if we don't pass the 21 and we keep on rejecting, the next area will be this base here, basically. But we're still holding the 50 on the gold. So we need to see closes below to see if we come down. Otherwise, we are still ranging here to decide what to do. So indicators are also in the middle. We still can come up or down. So it's still ranging, but below big resistance, as we can see here. For 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks closing below the 21 and not managing to pass. So it's a sign that we don't know if it's still trying to make a short squeeze or we come down. Who knows? Ranging for now. Okay, so the S&P seems like it's open now. Just open. So no, this is the dollar, sorry. The dollar also trying to hold this trend line. So that was made here. There's a wick here, and we still didn't touch mathematically the price just anticipated here, but let's see if we hold this trend line, even if we range a bit, to try at least to come a bit higher, at least to make a short squeeze, or come here, or come here. Who knows? So the dollar is holding. If the dollar is holding, and we can see that it's already touched 2 times here on the bottom like this, we might come up. But still, we normally go a little bit below the dots, and here we did only hold the dots. So let's see if we have to come back one more time here, or if we hold these and we manage to push higher. If we push higher, the stock market, that's why it's red, because the dollar it's green, still green, but let's see what it does. There's a big resistance here, and let's see what it does. We might trying to do something like this, because we are doing higher lows still. So let's see if we have a big move up, like a short squeeze on dollar, and the stock market will come down. So this is where we are. This also helps. And yeah, back to Bitcoin. Let's see. Okay, back here. Daily. So the areas to buy, they are all here. I do these notes like 21 monthly, 12 monthly, to know if we have a big move down. the 12 moving average on the daily, and then I align these with the moving average on the daily. So this is the areas of value on the moving average on the big time frames, and then I reassess. But so, and then let's see. So for now, I think we will come down, but we need to start closing below here. Maybe this candle will turn red with a big bearish engulfing, who knows. And yeah, this is important, so just putting the 1 hour to see where we are. So we are still below 21. We rejected the 21 on the 1 hour, but we still didn't reject on the 4 hours. So let's see. We need to close this triangle below, basically here, to start to come down. But I still think we will, as soon as we close the hourly, in 7 minutes we still can have a green candle to liquidate shorts. But so let's see. Okay, this is it. Good trades, good investments, and most important, risk management, and play safe.